So, since we're on the topic of New Earth, I I think it's an appropriate time to bring up that frequency chart that somebody mentioned in one of my comments, or one of the comments, and it's a sliding scale from basically 0 up to 700. That's the scale that whoever created that put it under. 700 being enlightenment, so no distinction, no individuality, so to speak. Enlightenment, heaven, whatever. There's lots of names for it. Peace. Peace is, I think, one rung under enlightenment. And then 0, or I think 20, is shame. So, you know, the religious dogma sits at the bottom, and ironically keeps you in the lowest vibration possible. But it's all just tools to teach you the scale. And so it's the emotions are like a tuning dial for changing your dimensions, changing your frequency. So if you wish to be in New Earth, just put your put your frequency up near the top. It doesn't have to be at the very top. Enlightenment gets, you know, some could say it gets boring, or eventually you need differentiation and things, so you swoop on down the scale a bit, but you just look at the top of the scale, you see what's up there. It's like peace, love, joy, harmony, caring, gratitude, and focus your dial on those, and voila, you're in New Earth. You might think, oh, that's too easy. I was told you have to work for things. And yeah, if you believe you have to work for things, then you'll be given the opportunity to work. And it will be more difficult. And it's also important to remember that you don't have to stay on any part of that. You don't have to stay stuck in any part of it. You don't have to stay in enlightenment. You don't have to stay in shame. You don't have to stay in love only. You don't have to stay in resentment. And say you've been focusing your intent on the upper end of the scale, and you see that as you embody that frequency, the people around you in sharing the realm with you reflect that back to you directly and immediately, and it's not something that you are aiming for in time. There's no time whatsoever. So if you're in the realm and you're like, well, I've been focusing on these high frequencies, and I've been in gratitude the whole day, I've been giving out love, I've been embodying that frequency, and I see, well, I couldn't help but notice that there are still homeless people, and there are still prisons, there's still crime, there's still war, and I can't possibly be in New Earth, right? And no, that's not correct, because New Earth and Old Earth are in the same place. And the Hell Realms are also in the same place, as far as accessibility, because it's a fluid realm. But if you, the frequencies are infectious, and I don't mean infectious in a negative way. Infect just means that the frequency that you carry within you directly affects those around you. So if you, I mean, we've all heard the stories of people going into prisons and carrying that, people that go in there and give the Christ message, the do unto others as you would have them do unto you, and they embody that and they live that. They're transforming that, what traditionally speaking is kind of a hell realm. It's a shame, guilt, resentment realm in most prisons, and all it requires is somebody to go in there carrying the higher frequencies, and that, you know, negative realm will start transferring, transmuting, just due to that person's presence in there. And if you're curious as to whether this is a bunch of hogwash or it's something that can actually happen, just go try it out. Go. You don't even have to find that scale. That scale is kind of arbitrary. You know what it is. The lower frequencies are the lower ones. What makes you feel sad, mad, angry, upset, resentful, unthankful, selfish, egoic, and then go on up. Well, in the middle is just neutrality, and go on up higher, and you have the love, gratitude, peace, understanding, and just pick, where do you want to be on the frequency range? You want to be in love and gratitude? Well, carry those intentions, carry that vibrational frequency within you, and give it out to everybody who you meet. Try it for a day. Just set your intent for love and embody it and give it to everyone you meet, and see what happens. See how your realm changes. And as you start looking into your emotions and seeing that there aren't just a sliding scale of 20, which is somewhere around how many are on that 0 to 700 scale, you see that there are many, many, many more than that, then you will find that you are very free in terms of where you wish to be on that sliding scale. Just see it as exploration. So, some thoughts on New Earth. As a few people have been reminding me recently, it's as easy or as hard as you wish it to be, or as you feel it's gonna be, as you believe it to be. And those things are on a sliding scale as well. You don't have to stay stuck in, oh, it's so easy, and I can always be enlightened, and I can always be in love, and I can always be in gratitude. You can say, man, I'm tired of this easy transitions between phases. I need a little more difficulty back in my life. Well, it will be there for you. Some thoughts on New Earth.